Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 35 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition science fantasy western and pirate campaign. Where last we left the party, you all had made your way back after shopping around at this magical chunk of land connected to the land of Isgard. You made some interesting connections, bought some interesting items, and unfortunately had to say goodbye to one of your comrades. And when you returned to Turtleshell Key, you unfortunately had to say goodbye to a second one. Whereupon you went back to Drake's Ridge and found yourselves back in the Salty Saloon in front of Teddy the Bugbear, where you were accosted by a familiar figure that you had seen before, wearing a white dress and a broad hat.
Shit.
However,
This is a
that's why I have so many books open. That's why I literally can't move on my bed because I have so many books open. But we are not actually starting in Ponderosa. We're starting somewhere else, far away in the Shadowfell, a place that these lovely folks have been to before, but only in passing. The City of Bats. Gothic spires and blue lights shine out across the cobblestone. While there is not really a day and night cycle, it is definitely the middle of the night. But alarm bells are ringing in the Derosiers manor as people are rushing back and forth, trying to find the source of this. Adrien, your grandfather comes to you in the middle of the rush as you have woken up and you are wandering around trying to figure out what is going on. And he just claps you on the shoulder and says, I'm going to need you to gather a few students and go through the library. We're getting robbed. You go in through the back to the library and I will accost them in the office. I'll try and keep them busy while you make it there. And he flees off into the hallway. The three of you, other people that are here, see this conversation and instantly, locking eyes, you know what to do. You all head into the library. Bursting through the doors, of course, first is Adrien. Would you like to describe yourself?
Yes, very much so. Yeah. So Adrian, he has not so much a pale complexion, but more in the sense that he has like a rosy complexion. It's just that he spends so much time in like libraries and museums or ancient ruins, etc., etc., etc. He doesn't really get a lot of sun exposure uh, for obvious reasons. And so he has long, like crazy curly hair that he has half tied up, half down in the back. He's wearing um, a uh, a I've been having trouble figuring out the fabric, but he has like an outfit that's more or less just like emerald green, with a lace rose pattern that goes on both sides of the shirt. He has a large belt that goes along his waist and uh, black uh, black pants and black uh, boots that go up to his knees. He also has a pendant with a ruby at the end, with his family's insignia on the clasp, along with gold rings here and there. Um, hazel almond eyes, etc. Um, Anywho, that's the general gist. 5'9", tone build, etc.
Hello, Adrian.
So, following him into the library, first up is a small child possibly floating in the air a tiny bit, in a elaborate, almost Victorian style dress, dark patterns, blacks and reds, incredibly pale, curly ringlets falling around her head. As she prepares for battle, lightning crackles between her fingers. So who is playing Claudia?
It's me. Hi, I'm the child.
Surprise.
It's me. Oh, what's going on? I was just. Oh, this is so annoying.
I don't know, but
Oh, sorry. Following behind. Oh, I'm so sorry.
continue.
Sorry. Following behind Claudia de Murcielago is a very large woman in a silver suit of armor. She holds a great sword. Her blonde hair is tied up into a bun as she stalks into the room. Who is playing Bridget Mordeau, the sword mage?
I don't give a hoot what you've been doing before. You'll protect the manor at all cost.
You're really on a Scottish accent kick.
I don't know why. For some reason in my
French
head,
last name,
definitely
Scottish
a big
accent.
bad Scottish bitch. Like that's just what happened.
Following behind Bridget, possibly crawling, possibly upright, a long and lanky-looking creature, bald, gaunt, clearly incredibly thin, with long claws, wearing tattered robes, but around his head is a magical-looking crown that seems to give a life to his eyes that wouldn't normally be from a creature like him. Finally, who is playing Horgut, the awakened Nosferatu?
What?
I want to like crawl creepy off of the walls like a little lizard and stand up at all of my full height and go, all right, all right, all right. What's all this then?
At the
Intruders in the library.
At the far end of the room, you see a figure dressed in clothing that you probably haven't seen before. A broad-brimmed hat that kind of curves up. Suspenders, a leather jacket, pants and riding boots as he stands at the end of the library. And he pulls out a pistol, although most of you have never seen this before. It's clearly a weapon of some kind. And he kind of tips his hat a little bit, the shadow covering his eyes, but they still glow yellow through it. Well, howdy there. How y'all doing tonight?
What are you doing yourself?
So real quick, back when you were doing the grandfather's quotes, sorry, trying to, when you were talking as the grandfather, French family, French accent.
I struggle with a French accent, so I apologize.
Do we want to
I
do
apologize.
French? I can make French. Je parle le français.
Oui. Merci beaucoup. What are you doing here in my family's castle? Are we in the castle or are we somewhere
Yes,
else?
you are in the family castle.
Okay.
Well, I'm here to make sure that you don't ruin the plans of my employers.
And exactly who would those be, if you would be so inclined?
Well, I'm sure you're familiar with the Black Cloaks. I don't really belong to them. I belong to another group. You would be familiar with the Black Cloaks. The Black Cloaks are kind of, while your father and while your grandfather studies magic and collects artifacts and other things like that to protect it, to teach magic, to grow in power, and to support his reputation amongst the community, the Black Cloaks are very much a group of people that do similar things, but for nefarious purposes. They want to take over certain things.
So in response, Adrien is going to say, not those glorious bastards.
Well, a paycheck is a paycheck, and I'm getting what I want anyway. So, all I got to do is make sure that you don't leave. And I think that's going to be rather easy. And he spins the barrel of the revolver while aiming it. And bursting through the wall behind him is a very large creature, about 12 feet tall, with a safe that has been chained to his arm, this dead flesh, zombified eyes, as he roars and smashes the safe on the ground repeatedly. And I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Wow. Okay. Do we recognize this creature, or is this definitely like something that's just totally random?
I would say that you probably would. It's really just a vampiric giant.
Okay.
This is kind of one of the ways that vampirism can affect giants. It just makes them go insane.
Oh wait.
So it's not like a vampire berserker.
Oh, so that's a 12.
I got an 18.
I got 11.
11 for Adrien, 18 for Claudia, 12 for Bridget.
12 for Bridget.
And Horgut?
Go 9.
9. All right. Ooh, joy. So unfortunately, first up is
Oh no.
flying through the hole created in the wall. And I'm going to say that the room is about 60 feet long, just to keep it simple. Flying through the hole in the wall behind these two people is a swarm of bats. And they are going to use the dash action in order to get to you and begin swirling kind of above you very menacingly. It's very clear that they are on the opposing side. So next up after this swarm is going to, that's going to be Claudia.
Okay, one moment. I'm just reading this stat block again real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After Claudia, it looks like we have one of the other monsters on deck, and then Bridget.
Okay, I think Claudia's just gonna look up at this swarm of bats and very much goes from like angelic little child to snarling, hissing monster girl as she tries to make an intimidation check to cow the swarm of bats to not attack them.
All right, make me that intimidation check.
So she has a feature called Friend of Bats, which gives her advantage on charisma skill checks against bats.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18 plus 7 for a 25 on the intimidation check.
I'm going to say that is enough as the swarm sort of shudders and flies back into an alcove hiding. And I'm going to say that that is going to use your action to try and really scare the bats. So I'm not sure. I forget if Claudia has bonus actions. I know I gave some people bonus actions and other people not.
She has some reactions.
I have reactions and a few actions and a multi-attack thing, but this if it takes one thing out of the fight, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm not gonna get closer. I'm just a child.
Sure.
Mhm.
All right. So next up is this man. He aims his gun at you, Adrien, and says, well, how about I just take out the child of the man of the house? That might send the signs I need. And his eyes glow for a moment, and he is going to cast the spell Hex. As I quickly look at what Hex does. All right. And it is a bonus action. So that means he is going to shoot you. His gun goes off twice. A flash of blood red that turns into smoke that swirls into little bat shapes that flutter away as he fires twice at you. And oh, that's a natural one. Ah, he is rolling like shit. Does an 11 hit you?
Does an 11 hit me? I have an armor class of 11. I'm not sure if that.
So that means I hit you.
Yep.
So where's my D10? There's my D10. And then a D6, I believe, from Hex. So you're going to take 12 points of damage. It's going to be 6 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage. Well, 7 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage from the Hex. However, that is going to be the end of his turn. And that means that we now have Bridget, followed by you, Adrien.
Okay, so how far away is this motherfucker at the end of the room?
I would say about 55 feet.
Jesus tits. All right, we're gonna
it's
move
real
up
inconvenient.
30 feet. Yeah, amazing. We're gonna move up 30 feet, and then we're gonna Greater Magic Blade Phalanx, which that's an action. Bonus action, I can't do anything else because I think I have to use all of those blades.
Yes, you do have to use all of them before you can use any of the other abilities. So
just gonna move and then have that just stashed there. So she, sweeps her great sword around and a bunch of spectral swords, 9, I guess exactly, start floating around her, and she says something like, hang on, we gotta do French. You shall not harm the young master. Something along those lines, and that's gonna be it for her turn.
All right. So Adrien, it is your turn, followed by checking. Oh, followed by a monster and then Horgut.
So people would automatically assume like attack the guy who just shot me. I go to his big friend, and I cast Enemies Abound.
Ooh, all right. And it's just on any creature, correct?
Yep.
Familiar.
One creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. I'm guessing it's not very intelligent.
There you go.
It
intelligence?
Is 15.
You are so lucky because it rolled a 15 with a -3. So it gets a 12. So it now thinks everything is an enemy.
Lovely.
And what is it closest to?
He is closest to this man with a gun. So there's that. Followed by.
So if I may create like an effect. Adrien looks to the hulking beast, and his hazel eyes glow vibrantly, and the beast his eyes shine a similar color for a split second.
All right. So all of you, to some degree, know Adrien has cast a spell on this giant. However, it is not the giant's turn. It is another swarm of bats that flies out, and it's going to use the dash action to get to you all. However, because it passes through the giant's space, the giant, under Enemies Abound, is going to swing it safe at the swarm of bats.
Yep. Do it.
and it gets a critical hit.
Love it.
So that means, oh my goodness. $29 points of damage, which kills that bat swarm.
Nice. Holy shit balls. Also,
You watch as the bat swarm flies up, and this giant just looks up and just takes its safe and swings it over its head as it blends the bats up that rain down around it. As
wow.
you watch this man with the gun look up at his giant companion as the giant looks down at him. And there is definitely a moment where they realize shit's about to go down. So now that we've had that, we move on to Horgut, followed by the giant.
Let's give him the what for, ladies. And I'm gonna. How many bad guys are there in total?
There is one bat swarm that is cowering up in the rafters somewhere.
Cool.
That seems to not be a threat because Claudia threatened them. And then there is the giant at the end of the library, and the man that is at the end of the library.
Neat.
And go for the man.
I guess I'm going to not do my AoE thing then, so I don't fuck with that spell.
The giant is the AoE spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just do a claw attack on him, I guess.
Can you get up to him?
I don't know.
He's 60
how
feet
far
away.
is he? Okay, then I'm gonna run up to him. There we go. That's my turn.
All right. It is now the giant's turn as he looks down at this newfound enemy. It must be smashed. And he's going to make 2 smashes with the safe.
Jesus.
And with a dirty 20, he hits once. And that is even higher, so he hits twice. Oh, God. All right. Where are my D8s? Ouch. This guy is not doing so hot anymore. As you watch his friend bring the safe down, just directly on top of this man.
I'm just imagining Hulk and Loki.
It is kind of at that moment. This guy looks mangled, like there isn't going to be much left. So we go. Yep, it looks like we're going to go back up to the top with Claudia.
I don't know what that was. I'm gonna just
Terrifying.
I'm gonna throw a lightning bolt, which I think is part of my multi-attack because it's under my attacks.
So you can also cast
like
the spell lightning bolt. I remembered that when I sent it and it was too late to take it back. So are you using the multi-attack version or are you using the spell version?
I'll use the multi-attack version because then I can do it multiple times, even though the damage is less. That's fine.
And it's only a
We're
single
gonna send a
target.
lightning bolt at the little guy. Wait, yeah, we'll send a lightning bolt at the little guy. That is, what is it to hit? That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Ah!
That'll hit.
Okay, 1d10 plus 4 lightning damage. There's my d10s.
This guy's gonna pop like a red balloon.
7 points of lightning damage on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send another lightning. That is 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
7 points of lightning damage on the second one.
Good Lord.
I love how the little girl's the tank.
Right.
Third time is the charm, but that's only a 9 to hit. I don't think that'll hit.
That will not hit. He manages
Rolled a
to
2.
get
Oh,
out of the way as this lightning
I think
bolt
Spencer is
sails over
gone.
his shoulder. Uh-oh.
Oh,
I
Oh,
can hear
shit.
you all. Hello, can you all hear me?
Oh, yeah, we lost you. I don't see video. Oh,
there
wait.
you are.
Oh.
back.
Oh, yay,
Are
my
you-
internet connection is unstable. Guess
you
I'm
real
gonna
now?
have to edit this
There.
fucking episode.
Nope,
Okay.
still
Nope,
frozen.
still frozen.
Are you kidding me? You can hear me, right?
Nope, nope, nope. No,
Nope.
Can you hear me?
not really, no.
You're like breaking up really bad.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Oh my goodness. Just
Uh,
no,
Wait.
nothing.
okay. Hang on. It's a little
Am I-
bit better. Your voice is good now,
Okay, my voice is good.
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna have to edit this episode, aren't I? Ugh,
Problem.
shit.
That's
Ugh.
okay. You're good now.
All right. Hopefully my internet is
Um,
better. My internet has just been bad lately. Anyway, so the lightning bolt sails over this guy's shoulder, slamming into the stone wall, but you got 3 solid hits into him. So after Claudia, it's going to be this guy.
Dun-dun.
Not wanting to take any chances, he is actually not going to shoot the person he hexed. He is going to take aim at you, Claudia, since you just fried him with lightning bolts and he doesn't want to hit his friend, knowing that it is a spell that is affecting him. So I'm going to roll.
Question: how do I cast silvery barbs?
That is a reaction.
The reaction. And it's whenever basically anybody succeeds on a roll, you can
Okay.
cast.
So that is going to be... There's a 17 hit.
Not when I use shield.
All right. And then one more time. Natural 20.
Silvery
So
barbs.
There you go.
unnatural 20.
Oh, for
Unnatural 20 will hit.
Yeah, but at least it's not a critical hit, so she doesn't take a shit ton of damage. So that is only going to be a D10. But that is going to be a 10, so that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage as you are hit by this one singular bullet that he manages to shoot you with. And that is going to be the end of his turn as he is standing there broken and dripping blood. So after this guy, it's going to be Bridget, followed by Adrien, and then Horgut.
that's the stuff. We're charging it. This is a big bad Gwendolyn Stacy looking mother bitch. So she's going for it. Like yeah, we're gonna run up and we're gonna do a great sword attack against the very wounded gunman.
All right. You might actually be able to kill him.
My dice. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, it's a good thing she gets multi-attack. That was a 10.
Which would make it what?
No, that was the total.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget.
That was the total. There we go. Second one's a 25.
That will hit.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Two D6 plus 4 is 14 slashing damage.
Oh, he is not doing so hot. As you smash and cut into his body, you have grievously wounded him. He is dripping sheets of blood. He is so close to dying.
That's the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it for her. She's gonna stay right where she is.
which is convenient for other reasons. All right, so now we have Adrien, followed by Horgut.
I am going to cast Firebolt on what's his face?
The man with the gun.
Face.
Yeah. Gun.
All right, roll it.
That is going to be 26.
Christ. Yes, that hits. So roll the damage. There is a possibility that you don't kill him, but roll the damage.
That is going to be 10 damage.
That is exactly twice his hit points. So
There we go.
as the flame splashes across his chest, he collapses. The giant then turns his eyes onto those of you that are standing around where the gunman had fallen. So Horgut, you're about 10 feet away from him or so. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do a attack on the
All
guy.
right.
That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit as you
He
reach out and
takes-
claw him.
Where's my D8? There she is. 11 slashing damage. And then I'll make a second claw attack. That's only gonna be a 12 to hit. And
That
then
will not hit. His
I'll
blubbery
make a
hide
bite
bounces.
attack. Oh, that's bad. That misses.
You reach up and you try and sink your fangs, but his skin is kind of weirdly rubbery. It's disgusting.
Ew.
So it is now the giant's turn. However, Bridget, your ability goes off because he started his turn within 15 feet of you, and you have your greater magic phalanx up.
There it is. Yeah, we're gonna send all three of them. Yeah, so it's a dex save.
Yes. That's only going to be an 11, so I think he's going to be taking full damage as your spectral swords impale him directly in his chest.
Yep. So three of these, flying swords just, fly off and fuck this guy up. Let me see here. It is what? D8.
Per blade.
Yeah. Wow. 8. Total of 8.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still damage, and it's basically free damage.
It was free, yeah.
It is the start of this giant's turn, and he is going to bring the safe down. He can make 2 of these safe attacks, and he's going to make it against each of you. Let's start with Orgut, since you were the first person to damage him this turn. He completely misses. He only got a 3.
Nice.
So unless an 11 hits you, you're fine. Bridget, he's probably not going to hit you because you have some armor, and he does not. With
Do it.
He only gets a 14 to hit.
Nothing
So he
doing.
just futilely smashes this safe against the floor, sending boards everywhere as you all easily dodge out of the way of this slow-moving, horrible, flabby monster. And so we are back up to the top with Claudia.
Okay, I'm gonna just vampire hover around, so I still want to face the giant guy, but without anybody else in the way, so I don't hit them with this actual
Okay.
bolt spell. So I need a dexterity saving throw from him.
Ooh, he's not good at those.
Noted.
He got a 2, so that's a 1.
Cool. He's gonna take 8d6 lightning damage.
Holy
As you
titties.
watch as Claudia points a finger and a clap of thunder as a giant lightning bolt shoots through this giant.
I'll take 25 points of lightning damage.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
You fry parts of this thing's flesh. It is scarred across its body as you still see a few bolts of electricity crackling around him for a moment as he staggers. So after Claudia is going to be Bridget, followed by Adrien, and then Horgut.
Cool. I'm just gonna greatsword it. We're gonna hack at its leg, or whatever body part is nearest here. Let's see. All right, first one is we roll. 13 on the die is 20 to hit.
That will hit.
That one's gonna be total of 10 slashing damage. And then we'll go for one more right in the same gash.
Ooh.
And that one's going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Which is another 13 slashing damage on that one.
Ouchie wawa. This thing is also beginning to drip this horrible black blood that smells like a sewer. This thing is not a great paragon of vampirism.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I'm feeling pretty nauseous at the smell of that.
Absolutely.
yeah. So we have Adrien, and then Horgut, and then the giant, and we are back up to the top.
Okay, so I am also going to cast Lightning Bolt.
All
Uh,
right. You'll need to use your movement speed to get to a place where you can shoot it without shooting your friends.
Okay.
Although Claudia is resistant to lightning damage, so surprisingly.
So I guess I move out of the way.
All
I'm
right.
not really sure where I am in the room compared to everything else.
Did you move?
No, I haven't moved this entire time.
You're right by
So
the
yeah,
door.
you're still right by the door. I'm gonna say that you could shoot straight down the center if you wanted to, now that I think about it. You could just shoot
Yes, please.
straight down the center without moving.
Yep.
All right. See what he gets. So he got a 0 on his dex saving throw.
Nice.
Rolled a 1, has a -1 in dex.
Yeah.
Got a 0. So yep, roll that sweet 8d6 of lightning damage.
It's actually 96.
Is it? I thought it was 8d6.
Nope, 96.
Right.
35 damage.
30,
35.
35. Oh, this thing ain't doing so good. This thing gets fried. More of its skin turns horribly black and bubbly as it is barely standing. It is single-digit hit points away. So, Horgut, can you take it home?
I'm gonna throw up at it.
Cool.
Delightful.
What
I'll
saving
do
throw?
it.
It's a Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Yeah, DC 16.
I mean, with
Well,
how
it got
many...
a 5, so it didn't even get a 10.
Hell yeah. He takes. That's 13. That's 18, and that's 22 necrotic damage.
Yeah,
As
this
I
thing
throw up
is
my guts on him.
this thing is dead as you watch it, as you vomit this blood all over it. It steams and boils as the giant just collapses, flesh almost sliding off of it like tender barbecue. It is horrible as it just hits the ground as a meat sack, steaming and awful. In the moment of silence, you listen to the bats as they all fly out the window, apparently released from whatever spell they were under to control them. The safe lying scrunched up on the floor, marked by the giant's hands that have crushed it to make sure he could hold onto it. And this dead cowboy vampire. Your grandfather, once again, I'm so sorry, I cannot do a French accent.
It's fine.
Comes into the room and just, well, I was unable to stop them, and I see they waylaid you all long enough.
Yes, and
Unfortunately,
there's a giant hole in the wall.
yes, I will have to spend a considerable amount of money fixing it.
I think we might also. I think we might also need to get our cleaning staff some hazmat suits.
Yes. More leather, more heavy
Perhaps if we
fabrics.
watch the game a bit more.
Claudia's just scooping up like pureed bats off the floor, and she's like, all of my little friends.
That's
No.
okay, Claudia. You can play later.
Three.
Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to send you on a mission, Adrien. I hope you are up for the task.
I'm long overdue for an expedition.
Good. You will be going to the material plane, to Ponderosa. It seems the Black Cloaks had teamed up with a splinter group from a group known as the Night Riders called the Claw. They wanted something that was in my possession. I'm sure I have spoken to you about the Liber Logaeth.
I'm sure he has.
Well, it is the ultimate book on all things in the world, all things in the universe, as well as how to summon them, speak with them from afar. The book was ripped apart by magic, cursed to never fully reform. But the pages themselves are still incredibly valuable. The page that they have gotten a hold of is a carpet page, an illustration. It is unclear whether it holds power or not, but it is still incredibly valuable, and I would like it back.
Of course, grandfather.
Good. You will leave in the morning by boat. Hopefully, you will be able to track it down. I'm unsure of where they could have gone, and I'm unsure what purpose they have with this simple illustration, but it can't be any good. And it is
No,
here. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say knowing the Black Cloaks, it never is.
Very true. And so, you find yourself in a ship, sailing farther away from the mansion that you have been for quite some time, out of the vortex and into a place known as Turtleshell Key. You follow a few leads, vague, simply pointing directions, and you end up in a town called Drake's Ridge, sitting at the Salty Spittoon, run by a bugbear. Sitting there, you begin to see the beginnings of the interaction that we just left. And we are back to the present as this woman has accosted you, Lyla.
I don't even remember what she said.
She just said, well, we meet again.
How fortunate for me.
Indeed. Wow.
And to what do I owe this sincere pleasure?
Well, of course, my little friends didn't get the job done the first time around, so I decided to accompany them and make sure that they got the job done.
Oh, are we doing this here? Just, right in the. I was kind of hoping for a drink. If you could let a lady have a sit down for a moment.
Well, I guess I can have one drink. But after that, I will kill you.
A fair enough proposition, but just let me rest my legs. It's been a long day. Now tell me, Teddy, sweetheart, what exactly is it that has crawled up your ass about me?
Unfortunately, I am, and she wipes her hand across her face, and you see this sort of silver string that has stitched her mouth closed before she waves her hand back over it. Unfortunately, I am bound from telling you a quite frustrating thing. But nonetheless, I'm simply here to get the job done.
Believe you me, it's frustrating for both parties. I mean, I have plenty of people coming after me and want my death, but usually that's their fault. Just gesturing vaguely towards the rest of the...
Yeah, you see Teddy begins pouring a drink, and he's just, oh, not again. As he puts the drinks down,
Yeah.
and he slowly begins, he speaks with another like barmaid, and they all begin to like slowly usher people out as he's preparing for the worst. And of course,
Probably-
Adrien, you see this going down.
Mhm.
And this woman picks up the drink. What drink did you order?
Let's just say a classic. We'll say it was a whiskey. I had a whiskey.
All right. She picks up the glass and downs it just in a single shot before tossing the glass to the side as it shatters across the floor. Oh. Are you finished with yours?
She'll do the same. She took like 3 sips, but it's still gone. And she just gently like rested on the counter. There's no need to destroy property. Why don't you say we take this outside?
Well, of course, it'll give us a little more space. And as she steps to the side, you see 2 of these goblin creatures in vests and top hats like you fought before that are still as they follow her outside.
Ugh, gross. Lila's just, she takes off one of her gloves, take off the other glove, like dusting her hair off. Just, all right, if we're going to do this, I suppose let's do this.
Of course.
Just
and I am
really
so
quick
sorry. I am going to need everybody to roll initiative again.
She's gonna
And yes,
snap her
Adrien,
fingers
you
real
have had a
fast.
long rest. Sorry?
She's just gonna change into her armor real quick, like do one of those.
Good. I will say that you have enough time to do that before shit goes down.
I do silvery bells on myself.
Oh
Silvery
shit!
barbs on yourself?
Because I just rolled a 3.
It's when a creature succeeds
It
on
has
an
to
attack
succeed,
roll,
unfortunately.
Okay.
check, or saving throw. Yeah. Also, I rolled a 4, so I get a total of 8, which is
So 8 for
unfortunate.
Lyla.
I got a 7 total. We're so in this fight, everybody.
7 for Chauncey.
We are
Oh, shoot.
exhausted, man. I just wanted to have a fucking whiskey. We just came back from the whole whatever that thing was we just did.
Jed got an 18.
18.
Well, somebody's fancy.
I am fancy.
And Adrien, what did you get for your initiative? Oh, you said you got a 3, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like first up is Jed, followed by one of the card goblins.
Right. Where am I?
If you followed me outside, then outside, I don't.
Yeah, probably either outside or in the bar. I will say you could
Sure.
see Lyla from the bar if you're inside the bar still.
I think for I remember the end of the last episode, Jed got a lot of news that made him very upset. He kind of walked off somewhere to go seethe. So I think maybe he was just kind of like standing outside of the bar already, and then sees Lyla like. Is this looking? I know it's like nighttime right now, right?
Late afternoon.
Okay. Well, it's looking like it's a meet me at high noon kind of vibe, like two people
Yeah.
standing across each other from in the
You
middle of the
also, of
street.
course,
Like,
see the card goblins that
yeah,
you distinctly remember fighting before,
okay,
following this very familiar looking woman in a white dress.
neat.
Bitch.
All right then. Jed's just gonna do some magic about it then. I'm back in town, so I don't want to do any of my really creepy stuff.
True.
So I'm gonna just do a 3rd level guiding bolt on this lady.
Cool.
That'll do.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, I rolled so bad. 14.
Oh no.
That actually will hit.
Hell yeah.
If you're
go.
hitting the woman, it will hit.
I'm hitting that lady.
All right. So roll damage.
It's only 19. I got a lot of 1s and 2s there. 19 radiant damage. She starts glowing all wibbly wobbly. And
Yes.
I kind of like approach a little bit closer and my Virgil disguise, like, excuse me, madam, but we don't take too kindly to strangers like you attacking our own people here in Drake's Ridge.
That's unfortunate.
And then
And it
a
is
quick
going to-
spell firebolt one of her goblins.
All right. Yep, make that roll.
Ooh, that's definitely a hit. That's 26 to hit.
And I cannot do anything about it.
Oh,
So
I
that
also
is
forgot
going
to
be a
add my
hit.
bonus radiant. My Warlock feature gives me bonus charisma modifier to radiant and fire damage. So that guiding bolt actually did an additional 5 radiant damage.
Cool.
And then my firebolt just did, wow, I rolled a 2 and a 4. 11 fire damage to the goblin.
Do that one. As he just kind of
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right. So after Jed, we have one of the goblins. The goblin that you didn't shoot sees that you have done stuff. And of course, these goblins are not exactly the most highly intelligent creatures. So it is going to move up a little bit. And it is going to aim at both you, Lyla, and you, Jed, as it aims its pack of cards, and they go flying everywhere, brightly neon colors as they begin to whirl around both of you. And I need both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh,
There it is. Okay.
8.
No, I didn't
That
want
is a
to.
failure.
25.
That is a success. And let me gather up as many of my d10s as I can.
Holy ass. All right.
Yeah, it's only 5d10.
Well, I
So, Jed, since you failed, you're going to take 26 points of force damage, and you are
Jesus.
restrained. Lyla,
Oh, wait.
you're only going to take half as much, and you are not restrained.
13 force damage. You got it.
And that is going to be the end of its turn. Next up is going to be... Oof. It's going to be this woman.
Oh.
You watch as her face seems to almost rot a little bit as she pulls a card from a deck that she also pulls out and flicks it forward, and it bursts into locusts. And she is going to cast Insect Plague. And so that means...
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
What?
What?
It was French. What's happening? She's
I
doing what?
What would happen if I said counterspell?
You would need to roll for it.
Cool. Oh, geez, how do I do that in D&D Beyond? It's just D20 plus my charisma, right?
Yes. And you have to
think
roll,
so.
I think it's 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah.
which means it's a
I
possibility
can't
that
just
you
click my charisma button. Whatever. D20 roll. That's gonna be a 16.
that succeeds. As the scarabs and these sorts of bugs die, dropping to the ground, she hisses.
I think little motes of holy light kind of individually rain down and kill all the little bugs like a bug zapper.
Yep. All right, and that is the only thing that she can do on her turn. Unfortunately, since you all rolled not the greatest, the injured card goblin is also going to go for you, Jed, and he is going to pull out 2 cards and throw them at you. So let's see.
I wish you wouldn't.
Does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
And that's not going to hit because that's only a 10. So one of them hits you, and oh god, this is a bunch of different damage types. So that's going to be a D10, which then determines things. Oh, that's not a lot. So that's going to be 5 points of force damage.
Okay.
And 7 points of radiant damage as this card slams into you. I was worried about that. The other card just sails over your head into the cloud of cards that's keeping you restrained. And that is actually going to be the end of its turn.
I'm going to just shout and say, Jed's at like a bit under half health now. I'm just going to shout in the bar, y'all want to do something?
So next up is going to be Lyla. You are not restrained by the cards.
Oh yes. What do we want to do here? Yeah, let's do that. We are going to bane all of them, but first let's do an unsettling words on what's her tits.
All right.
We'll say we just we insult her poorly sewn dress or something like that. You know, it's tacky and it's gonna be like all
Your
white.
seamstress is blind.
Ew. God.
So that's
all
a
right.
1d6 subtraction from
Correct. Yes. And
her
then
saving throw, which I'm assuming is going to be against the Bane.
Yes. Yeah. And then that's going to be a charisma from everybody, please.
Charisma. She is okay at charisma. I don't even need to add the d6 because she rolled a 4.
Yay!
So she's baned. Goblin number 1. That's a 12 for charisma. No, wait.
That's a fail. Huh?
That's 15.
Also a fail.
Okay. And then, this one might not be a fail. 20.
That one succeeds.
All right. So I'm going to say that the injured one succeeded. So that one is not
right
banned.
up until I use silvery barbs.
Oh, okay. 19.
Ah, damn it. That also succeeds.
But somebody gets advantage.
Wasted silvery barbs. We will give the advantage to, oh, right. We're back in the regular party. Chauncey.
All right. So next up is going to be Chauncey, followed by Adrien.
Can I move past like them to get to the lady, or are these cards gonna like slow me down? Is what I'm wondering.
The only thing that would slow you down is it is technically difficult terrain to move through an ally space, so you'd use 10 feet instead of 5 feet. But the cards do not seem to be interested in you. They only seem to be whirling around Jed.
Okay, I'm just wondering how far from like, let's say Chauncey was in like the doorway watching stuff develop with Lovey May. How far from the doorway is this spooky lady?
From the doorway, she's probably going to be a little bit over 30 feet, around 35 feet.
Okay. That is my movement to get to her. Because my speed is 35. So I I think I can get there, right? Or do I have to do something?
You're probably good, right?
Yeah, you're good. You can get to
Because
her. If your
my
speed is
weapon has a
35.
5-foot reach anyway, so
Oh, true. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So Chauncey and Lovey May just not walk, just traipse past Jed getting fucked up by some playing cards. Uh, they're in battle mode as they're zeroing in on big spooky lady with the fucked up face.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Chauncey's first attack with advantage off of the guiding bolts.
Oh, yes.
That is going. Thank you for the advantage because one of them was a nat 1, but the other one is a 16 plus 11 is 27 to hit.
That
we
will
go.
hit her and separate out the fire damage, please.
Okay. The fire damage is 4 damage. The bludgeoning damage is going to be 15 damage.
All right. As you slam this. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I did the math slightly wrong. Ouch. As you bring the hammer down on her and the fire spreads across her, you notice the fire is doing a little bit more damage than you think it would, almost as if she is a dried corpse to some
Yep.
degree.
Dead smiles.
In like a really fluid, overly practiced motion, I'm just going to twirl and swing the hammer for my extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 27 to hit again.
Good lord.
Okay, that is 6 points of fire damage and then 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, she is not doing too hot as you are watching her skin continue to burn, almost like steel wool, as she's recoiling from this fire.
In
She is.
bonus action, I'm gonna have a little not Lovey May's right up with me, but instead just like from flying in the sky above is just Talipo with a little force dart. That is my spell attack modifier gets added to her hit, which I never fucking use for anything but her.
Chauncey,
Yeah.
I would just like to note that this is supposed to be an introduction to my character, so killing off everyone, not a
There's
great
still
thing.
2 goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're practically unharmed.
You're good.
21 to hit.
That will hit.
4 points of force damage.
Only 4.
Yeah, Talipo doesn't do much damage.
Oh,
Nope.
she
Does it from
is
range.
still alive. So, Adrien, it is now your turn.
So I'm assuming that what's her tits, as Yofi so eloquently said, I'm no one to her. So I don't think she would be like invested in my presence. So I would assume like I'm off to the side.
A little bit, I guess.
Yeah. So I am going to cast Agonazar's Scorcher.
Oh, tell me the dimensions of Agonazar's Scorcher.
It's 30 feet long and 5 feet wide.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you could hit one of the goblins, but not all of them.
Okay.
You'd be able to hit one of the goblins and her.
I'll just lightning bolt her.
All right, and she has to make the saving throw with a 1d4 penalty.
Yipper.
Oh. She got a 5, so roll that lightning damage.
That is going to be 30 damage.
30. Cool. She had 5 hit points left. As her body is racked with electricity, she looks you, Lyla, directly in your eyes. As she just hoarsely and weakly almost tries to scream out. A moment, let me check my notes real quick, because I haven't used her name yet at all. Be sure to remember, Clara Sanderson. Before she turns into what should be ash, but instead is playing cards that swirl in a circle before vanishing.
And Adrien would just like to say, not that I thought that you bunch needed it, but I figured I could help.
And who in the barren wilds are you?
He just does like a very fluid, eloquent bow, and he says, Lord Adrien Derosiers, at your service.
Mm-hmm.
And we are back up to the top with Jed. You are still restrained by these cards that are flying around you.
Right.
And there are still two little shitty card goblins that are not giving up.
How far apart are they from each other?
I would say about 10 feet. They were kind of
Is-
standing either side of her.
Okay. Is Chauncey like right next to them?
Yes.
Because I don't want to hit him with a fireball. Is there any way I can angle this fireball to hit just the goblins and not Chauncey?
Yeah. You could just aim more towards the center of the road.
Cool. I would like to do that. And do a
Cool.
big old fireball.
All right.
We're in the middle of town, dude.
No one else is there.
Just say it.
So, oh, and one of them is baned. So I'll do the baned one first.
Saving my less scary shit launches fireball in town.
Well, it's not like evil looking. It's just fire.
Y'all remember
So the
when
first one, even with the penalty, gets a 23.
Well, fuck him.
What if he got a silvery barbs?
Well, we'll
That would be
see.
I used mine. We have 3 silver.
That is going to be
users
a-
now.
That's going to be a 14.
That's a failure.
There it is.
Except the other one is going to riffle his cards
God damn it.
and
Reverse the
he now
reversal.
gets a dirty 20.
Oh, well,
This was a
Anybody
lot of
else want
things.
silvery barbs at? I mean,
Chauncey gets another advantage.
there you go.
All right, and the other one, this one is not the baned one. Gets a 22.
Cool, they both succeed.
Yeah, I'm out of shit. So, well, they still take half.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take half.
I mean,
All right,
half damage
33
plus
have
half-
to 16 damage. Oh, plus 5. Wait, where does the plus happen? All at the top, I'm
I
guessing.
think the plus happens at the top.
So it's
It happens before the
38
division.
Have
Yeah.
to
14. No.
17, 18.
No.
38 and a half is 19.
Oh,
19.
yeah, 19. There we go.
Fuck.
19 fire damage.
What the fuck
Um,
was that?
I want to. That's very tricksy and illusion. I want to have him to like try to color the fire to be like, instead of just like his normal fire red of just like, I want it to look like holy and golden and like.
I would just like to note that this is a very dry location.
And
Then
Yeah. He didn't hit any buildings.
it's a
yeah.
dirt road. Like,
It's literally a dirt road.
Uh.
So after Jed is one of these goblins.
I'm a quick at another spell.
Oh, okay.
I got sorcery
Yeah.
points now, motherfucker. I took
forgot
a
about
level
that.
sorcerer.
I forgot about that.
And I'm gonna quicken another firebolt.
All right.
It's a more injured looking one.
All right.
And that's gonna be. Oh, is the one? Okay, I said more injured. Is the one that I? Oh wait, no, my guiding bolt is gone. I gave my advantage to Chauncey. Never mind. I was confused. It's
Yeah.
only a 13 to hit.
All right. That does not hit. The goblin does a little flip over your guiding bolt or your firebolt as it sails into the dirt, splashing little flames everywhere as it kind of taunts
The
you.
holy light of O shall rebuke thee.
So that is so now it is that one's turn.
Adrian's
And
just
he is going to just card attack. And he's going to card attack you. So that's 2 more cards directly to your face.
Is anybody else getting hit?
So that's a 25 to hit.
Jesus.
Jed wasn't even the
24 to
target
hit.
of this.
But you've done the most damage to
Yeah.
them. So,
True.
so a 25 and a 24.
Yeah,
you-
that'll do.
2 cards.
Yeah.
All right. And so this is the stupid one where I have to do the damage calculation.
Please do fire or radiant. Please, one of those are good for me.
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck because this is going to be radiant. So you're going
Hell
to
yeah.
take 7 points of force damage, followed by 8 points of radiant damage, which will be halved to 4. And then on the second card, god damn it, it's radiant again. So it's going to be 12 points of force damage and 6 points of radiant damage halved to 3.
Virgil ain't looking so hot.
And that is going to be the end of this horrible little goblin's turn, which
some
means
blood.
it is now.
Oh, am I still restrained?
Yes, you are. You're
Do I
restrained
not
for
roll
1
anything for that
minute.
on my turn? Okay.
You're supposed to repeat the saving throw at the end of the turn. Sorry. So just make 2. We'll see if it ends.
Oh, I got 20 on my first one.
All right. And they can't do anything. Actually, no.
Are they going to silvery barbs me?
They technically are not silvery barbsing. They have their own special little thing. Actually,
Yeah,
you know what?
but
They
it's
would
just-
do this.
It's just brandless silvery barbs. It's knockoff silvery
Nope,
barbs.
that doesn't work. It didn't work. They tried it. It didn't work. So you are now free of the cards, and you have been free of the
Wonderful.
cards.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So after this shitty goblin's turn, oh, it's the other one. It's the other one. He hasn't used his card spray yet, so card spray, and he's aiming
Swear
at
to God.
everyone. So everybody make me a saving throw as all these cards go hurtling towards you all. It is
Dex,
a 30-foot
right?
cone, so he can get you all.
Is it dexterity?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
16?
You succeed,
Oh,
I rolled a nat 1.
so you failed.
I also rolled a nat 1.
So you
Wow.
failed.
I got a 12.
these goblins are really fucking
So
shit
you
up
have
right
failed. Those of you that have failed are restrained by the cards.
now.
So we've ended up back at square
God damn
one.
it.
So, oh dear, let me once again 2, 3. How many is it? Okay, it's 5. So Lyla, you're taking half of this.
Yep.
That's going to be 24 points of force damage. And all of you that failed the saving throw are now restrained as these cards are whirling around you. And that
That's
is the end of that particular goblin's turn.
That's fucking
Jed goes down.
No.
Uh-oh. That's not good, because that
Yeah.
means your disguised self goes down.
It
Oh, no.
does.
Oh,
Oopsie doodle.
Card goblin fucking shit way up.
Are we in town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Literally
my
in front of the bar.
And everyone's restrained. So
And-
that's the end of that creature's turn, followed by Lyla, who is not restrained by the cards.
Come on, Lyla.
Fuck. I mean, all right. Let's see. Let's see what we got. This one is not baned, correct?
One of them is not baned, the other one is.
Oh wait. Oh, there's still 2 up. I thought there was just 1 for some reason.
Nope, there's 2 of them. It is
Oh,
the lady
God.
that died. Yeah, these little
Okay.
shits are not fun.
Christ. I have no heals, so my apology. Oh wait. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I have ointment. I have ointment.
Ointment.
I have ointment. I have ointment.
And you
Can
are
I-
the only person that is not restrained. So yes, you
Do
can use your movement speed.
Do I have to use the action to apply the ointment, or is that an object interaction?
I think you
You
have
know
to
what?
use your action. Does it
Let me
say
see.
it might be
That's what I was
you need a minute to apply it?
As an action, 1 dose of oh god.
Okay, so yes, you would need to use your action to do it, but
Christ. All right. Well, then here's what we're going to do. Let me see what we got for bonus actions real quick. And then I think we're going to use that ointment. We are going to, yeah, does Chauncey already have an advantage?
I do, but I forgot. Actually, I don't get to pick when I use the silvery barb, so I have to roll again for that saving throw. It's a 13. I'm still restrained, right?
yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do have an advantage. All right. Well, then let's use the bardic as an unsettling, and give it to, I don't know, the one who was just a real big asshole.
All right, that would be the unfortunately unbaned one.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fine.
So he gets a minus d6.
Yeah, it'll be the next saving throw that it makes, and then I'm going to use my movement speed and apply 1 dose of Kedum's ointment to the fallen Jed in hopes that he will quickly recover his illusion.
All right, so how many hit points does Jed regain?
Let's see. I have to leave a note that I used 1 dose. And it is, damn it. Okay, there we go. 2d8 plus 4. So that is, all right, 11 hit points.
Ooh, 11 hit points. Nice.
Not horrible.
You're up.
Woo.
There we go.
That does also mean because you went down, there was nothing for the cards to stick to, so you are no longer restrained.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fortunately. So now we move to Chauncey, followed by Adrien. Both of you are restrained by the cards. However, I think Chauncey, since you hit Clara Sanderson, you are next to the goblin, so you can technically make a melee attack against one of them.
Okay.
Just kick him.
And then, of course, you have
Talipo, yeah.
Talipo,
I'll attack the one next to me. Sounds good. If I don't have, I was gonna say I can get out of the restrain with a bonus action, but if I don't have to, I won't. Because I can Misty Step.
Oh, true.
First one is a 13 to hit. First attack.
That will not hit. It nimbly dodges out of the way, cackling tauntingly.
Second one is a 19 to hit.
That hits. You hit the little shit square in the face.
Do I need to divide damage out or anything?
Nope. Not unless you're doing radiant or necrotic.
Okay. 21 points of damage on the second hit.
Oh yeah, you give this thing a right old smacking right between the eyes. Fire explodes out from your hammer. This thing squeaks as you crush it. But it is still
I love that
up.
the goblins are the ones that are left. Like,
yeah.
These little fuckers.
She tried her hardest, and then the cards fucked everyone up.
I will have, if he's close enough to me that I can hit him, he's close enough to Lovely May that she can hit him, I'm going to have her kick it.
Cool.
That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
It's going to be taking, let me see, Steel Defender. Yeah. 5 points of force damage.
All right. This thing ain't looking too hot. He does not look very good. He is broken in various places. The other one, however, is mostly fine. So at the end of Chauncey's turn, we go to Adrien. You are also restrained. Actually, Chauncey, make a dexterity saving throw against the cards.
15.
That succeeds. You manage to whiff your hammer around and disperse the cards. You are no longer restrained. Adrien, it is your turn.
How far away am I from these goblins?
About, I would say, 35 feet. You are restrained, so you cannot move, but you can fling spells.
Okay. I'll do lightning bolt against the one that is healthier.
All right.
Dexterity
So
15.
Dexterity. It gets a 23 as it leaps over the lightning bolt. However, some of the lightning does crackle off of it and strike the goblin, so roll damage.
That is going to be 30.
In total,
Yeah.
We total have to.
15.
Oh, 15 damage.
Lands on the ground a little bit smoky from getting struck with a little bit of the lightning, but he is still up, and you can make a saving throw against the cards.
Yay. Dexterity. That is going to be 8.
Oof. The cards still harass you as you try and push the cards away. We are back up to the top with Jed. You are fully aware your disguise has gone down.
Yeah, Jed is terrified and angry and very quickly casts disguise self once again and puts it back on.
Yeah.
And stands up and is going to, I don't know, try to I guess first I'll do a quicken spell real quick, firebolt.
All right.
To just try to do a little bit of damage.
All right.
on the more dead looking one.
The more dead.
Oh, come on!
Got it.
I'm rolling so bad. No, that's not gonna hit. And then I'm just gonna use my movement to try to get around the corner of the bar, still outside, but out of sight of the goblins as much as possible.
All right. So you managed to do that. And then next up is the shitty goblin, who is going to turn to Chauncey, who has been dealing a lot of damage to it. And it is going to throw some cards.
It'll have disadvantage on the first card throw from Levy May's reaction.
Ah, yes. It also has the Bane. That's going to be...
Pick on somebody your own size.
Right.
So that's only going to be a 14 for the first card flick, as it sails right by you. The next one is just going to have the Bane, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Levy May's reaction.
Ooh. So it only gets a 6 because it rolled a 4 and 4 got subtracted from it. So it flicks its card again and misses you entirely as it bares its horrible shark-like teeth and just at you. And after that is the other one that is also going to throw 2 cards at you, Chauncey. This one is not baned.
No, it's just a saving throw thing. Yeah.
Yeah. 21.
I'm gonna throw a shield up.
All right, so it bounces off of your button shield, and that is definitely not going to hit either. So it throws 2 cards at you and completely misses.
Chauncey just getting assaulted repeatedly and just standing there like nothing's happening.
As these little shits are just chucking cards. All right, so now we have Lyla with Chauncey on deck.
Oh yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's aim at the not let me do the Bane one. The Bane one, that one.
Yes, that one has less hit points.
We are going to, because I'm going to drop Bane to do it, we're going to Hex Eldritch Blast the motherfucker. Is what we're going to do. So we'll do the Hex. That gives me the extra D6 necrotic. And then if it hits, which it's a critical.
Yay. This might kill it. There's a possibility.
My little screen will go away. Okay, so that is 25 plus the rolled is 16, so 43. No, plus a D6 of necrotic, so 45.
So It is dead. You blast this thing. Its body hits the ground and almost does a ragdoll flip as its hat comes off. Its hat expands and sucks the body of the goblin into it before exploding into a flash of light, and it is gone.
I don't know if I ever said before, but I like to think Lyla's Eldritch Blast is like she blows a little Sailor Moon kiss.
It's literally the heart that
Right.
flies out and smacks him. I love that.
Or very like the American Gods, like when she blows that kiss and it knocks his fucking
media
out. Yeah.
I was thinking of when Jessica Rabbit blew that kiss to what's his face in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Also, yes, but the force of the impact is what we're talking about here. That's
it's giving slay.
Yes,
it's
literally
slay. It's serving cunt. So you still have an Eldritch Blast left, I believe, since you only did one. So you can shoot the other goblin if you want. You just won't have Hex on it because you have to move it as a bonus action, I think.
It is a bonus action to move it, and I don't get to do that till next turn. So we're just going to Eldritch Blast this fucker. And I was going to say, oh my god, it was about to be another critical. No, it's just a 22 to hit, which I'm assuming will hit.
That will hit.
Which gives me a, that's 10 damage on that one.
And, all right. Well, this thing is starting to hurt very much as you blow part of its nicely tailored suit off of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they are not very happy. So after Lyla is Chauncey. You are free from the cards.
How's a 23 do against Chauncey and Levy May are combat ready mode swinging on this thing? 23 to hit on the first one?
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 21 points of damage.
Good lord, this thing is not looking too good.
Extra attack. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's a better damage roll than last time.
So I think you kill it.
24 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you kill this thing, and the hat sucks the ashes of this body into itself. It explodes into a puff of black smoke, and you are all out of initiative. Because Jed's disguise went down, but it went down in a hail of rainbow glowing neon cards.
True.
I'm going to roll a perception check to see if people noticed.
Natural 20.
I will not reveal what I rolled. So,
oh no.
Can
Doesn't
I
necessarily-
roll a perception check to see if I see anyone?
it would probably be an insight check.
Sure.
Someone's about to get shanked.
Oh, come on. Why am I rolling such hot garbage right now? 11.
Oof.
Your nerves get the better of you as you look around at the people staring in shock. You're unsure if they are shocked because they just saw goblins throwing cards at people and fireballs and lightning bolts, or if they saw a golden-haired, very beloved priest of the community transform into a red-skinned devil. You have no idea.
Jedidiah is gonna use. Well, I need to recover a packed slot with my thingy, and then I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
All right, so you cast invisibility on yourself. At this point, sorry.
Adrien was just, as soon as Jedidiah turns invisible, Adrian's like, should I be concerned about him? To Chauncey and Lyla.
Who are we? I'm sorry, my boss was texting me. Who are we talking to about? Who are we talking about?
You. I was. Sorry. Could you guys change your names?
Oh shit! Yeah, my bad.
God. So he was asking you and Chauncey if he should be concerned about Jedidiah since he just visible.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay then. Um,
Who exactly? I'm sorry, I was a little preoccupied in the middle of that. Who? Thank you for your help. That was a lot of lightning. Who are you again?
yes, I've been told I have a very shocking personality. My name is Adrien Desrosiers. Would I be able to see Chauncey's fangs?
Um, I don't know. Would Chauncey be showing his fangs at this point in time?
I mean, he grows his mustache specifically to hide them casually. So you can, I guess, I mean, he's not like smile like um he doesn't like he didn't hiss or do anything super freaky. Uh, Maybe you'd notice him because you're used to other vampires. Maybe you wouldn't. He just
Maybe I just like caught a hint of them. Uh, Adrian, uh, and if I may say, it's very nice to meet another Dhampir or Dhampir outside of the city of Bats.
Well, let's not try to
Sweet.
keep the conversation civilized.
Sorry, you broke out, Chauncey.
oh you're from the city of Bats. We just on our travels we just passed by there. Very robust city guard, I must say. Isn't that right, Lyla?
Was that the place with the face things? Or oh no, that was the one with the mean lady on the boat.
Yes, they yeah, that one.
Mean lady on the boat. That's interesting.
Robust is certainly a word.
Well, many things could be said about my home, but we are never short of interesting people.
What brings you so far from your home exactly?
Oh, I'm just on one of my many expeditions.
Hey,
Perhaps
might we have this conversation inside, sitting down, for the love of God?
you look like you need a drink.
And a rest. We've been traveling quite a long ways, like my friend said. We were on quite a journey.
Yes, I can understand. I too have traveled a long way.
Well, then go on inside, sit yourself down, get Teddy fixed something up. I'll be right behind you.
Very well. Ah, I guess we go into the bar.
Do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I'll pause like in the doorway and just look out and be like, we can't you have to be the one who initiates psychically contacting us, right? Even with the tattoos?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Chauncey's like, oh shit. But then he's just gonna follow them in because it's not much he can do without seeing Jed. Yeah.
Can I know I don't know anyone's intentions or what they saw. Can I at least get like a few names of people who I saw like watching?
I don't exactly have any specifics.
Oh, God.
They're just random townsfolk who
Townsperson 1.
townsperson 3 and 5,
Yeah.
seven,
Close
but not
NPCs.
8.
They're like the NPCs that all look exactly the same.
Yes.
Yeah, it's folks that you might have seen coming to the church, but they're more of like just background characters and
Yeah.
people that just kind of mosey along and
Well,
do their day's work.
even if
and
they're unnamed NPCs, I'll probably tail them and just try to eavesdrop.
All right, give me a perception check as you're kind of wandering around the town before your invisibility runs out.
Oh, it lasts for an hour.
True.
Right. That's 17.
as you're kind of tailing people and listening in on conversations, you get the sense that most people were distracted by the flashy cards.
Okay.
They did not see anyone turn into anything. They were distracted by the fireballs, the lightning bolts, the cards.
There's a lot of elemental damage going on.
Yeah.
It was.
A lot of
I'll,
radiant, flashy damage too, if you think about it.
True,
Yes.
true.
A
I'll
lot
stay
of,
invisible and then go back to the bar and then just stand behind my friends.
Invisible and creepy as fuck.
What? That isn't my brand? What?
I mean, yes, it 100% is. That's exactly what you should do. I'm just allowed to object.
Yeah. This is not a surprise to anyone.
Yeah.
Super cut to the bar. Chauncey,
Yeah, right.
Can I try to do a perception check to like get a hint of Jedidiah's scent or something like that?
Well,
Oh,
technically it would be Virgil, but
yeah.
I mean, sure, you can do a perception check.
Straight
I
up.
do a stealth check then.
Yep, you get advantage
Yeah.
on it.
because you're invisible.
18.
First roll's an unnatural 20, and the second roll's
Mother.
a 24.
All right, so you unfortunately get nothing from this perception check. You're unaware that Virgil is standing directly behind you.
Doing all right there, Adrien. You look a little nervous, looking around the room like you're looking for something.
Yeah, I just got a little heebie-jeebies. You know, sort of like you know that feeling that you get when you feel someone's staring at you?
Oh, honey, trust me. I know that feeling instantly.
I'm sure you do, my dear.
Well,
I don't get you everywhere.
welcome to Drake's Ridge. We get attacked by random card goblins occasionally. You know, this is the second time this has happened.
If I had a nickel for every time.
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't that much, but it's more than you'd think.
Pack of rum together and play a sad song.
Yes. Well, aside from the general vibe of this place, it seems to be interesting.
Interesting for sure.
Chauncey just said there's a succubus hairdresser if you're interested in a haircut.
Oh, I did see that on the way in. I might have to see her. My ends are looking terrible.
Adrien, constantly have to check myself. He's just running his hands through his very fancy curls. And he's just like, I might have to do that. It's been ages since I got a haircut.
I will say at this point, the saloon doors swing open and a silver dragonborn leans in and kind of scans the room for a second before locking eyes with you, Chauncey. Well, I figured that's y'all came back. Not every day that you get lightning and fire in the middle of town.
Oh, is that? Oh, Yofi's gone. Shit.
Uh-oh.
In the meantime, Jed's gonna go to like an outhouse, remove the invisibility, and then I'm gonna use my spell recovery ring that Chauncey gave me to recover another slot. I'm gonna use that to cast detect thoughts, and then I'm gonna go back outside and join my friends.
All right.
That's Dez. Right? That's Dez who's talking to us.
There
yes,
you go.
It is Dez.
Oh, I'm gonna get up out of my seat and just be like, Dez! And I'm gonna like try to give her a hug.
Yep, and she definitely hugs you back. Well, it is mighty fine to see you back in town. Just so that you know, you might want to swing by sooner rather than later. And I don't think Virgil has come back into the bar yet, has he?
Yeah, he'll walk back inside now. All
right, at that moment
happening.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, of course, you get sort of the scan of the bar, and the people are kind of thinking
it's definitely like at first, like Virgil is still like like concussive blast like noise in his head. All he's doing is like, does anyone know? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? I'm just like,
So yeah, the lay of the bar is kind of still this sort of flashy elemental damage and all of that stuff. There is nothing about a red tiefling anywhere in anyone's thoughts. Dez, on the other hand, is definitely
and then
thinking
like Dez
about.
is like in front of me. And
So Dez is thinking both about Birdie. There is definitely thoughts about Birdie and the troubling feathers that are growing out of her back, and how she's been staying in one of the rooms upstairs. Gertie actually gave up her room for Birdie to rest in and has actually been staying at the Salty Spittoon. And the second is a package that Chauncey had received, a sort of greenish, phthalo green package that seemed to be from a faraway place and have this sort of ethereal energy to it. And she goes, well, if it ain't too much trouble, maybe you should swing by right now. We have several things that we need to talk about. And that is where we are going to end this week's session. So join us next week as we find out what is in the package and what is going on with Birdie.